All the Vedic scriptures teach us that I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul. But even after untold births, most people are unable to realize this. Why? Before we can realize I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul, we should learn from the Shastras that the I that I currently feel is not me.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah, I'm curious about the driver and the passenger that you talked about.
No, this is Vedanta. People don't even tell. Idam Shariram Vidhi Ratam, that is, Kena Upanishad says, that the body is like a chariot. But the senses are like the horses. The lagan is the mind. We call it lagan, the rope on the horses. That is actually the mind. The driver is the intelligence and false ego. And the passenger is the soul. So the driver is actually false ego. False ego is a state of matter which, you see, like for example, this is an object, you say. It is sitting there. This is an object. It's a wall. The wall cannot move. But this object I can move a little bit. This one I can move more. Isn't it? So now this is, you can say this is moving. Are you following? Although I am moving it, you can't say, oh, this doesn't move, only he is moving. No. I can throw it, you can hit a football, it's going, and you can walk somewhere else. So this has its own motion. So although matter by itself cannot move, and although it can move only because I push it, it is moving when I push it. You can't say it's not moving. So we should not make the mistake that although the body is not living until the soul is there, we should not think that the body is not living because it has got so much complicated mechanism, the senses and the tanmatras and then the subtle body and all that. So that it is actually having symptoms of living. Are you following? As soon as the soul is there, it lives. That's the importance of Krishna Bhakti Yoga. Simply by hearing about Krishna, we can become self-realized. That's why we are talking. I'm not talking here to show, oh, I know something. No, that's it. I'm also learning. I'm thinking, oh, simply by hearing about Krishna, if I speak sincerely and you sincerely hear, you can become liberated. That's the beauty of this process. So, matter has got many levels. Like this matter can move. This is gross matter. There is another level of matter which can feel. It's called Gyanendriyas and Karmendriyas. That matter can actually have sense of touch, sense of smell, everything. It can feel. You are not needed. We should not make the mistake of thinking, I'm driving through the car is not driving. That's nonsense. You cannot drive through the car if the car is not driving. Right? Similarly, you can't say, no, I am perceiving through the body. Body is only matter. Many people foolishly think like that. No. Matter is perceiving, that's why you could perceive. So, the senses, they can have the sense of smell, taste and all that. Above that, there is a matter which, all matter moves. When that matter moves, that's called mind, you have to think, that's like this matter moves. You say it's moving. Like that matter, mind, when it moves, it is called thinking. Another matter level is there, which when it moves, you have to say it's intelligent. You can't say I'm intelligent. Its nature is that it's intelligent. That's all very difficult. I can go into the science of it, but now comes the important, you ask who is the driver. There is one level of matter above intelligence which moves. So all this matter can move. Firstly, there is inert matter, Prakriti. It won't move at all. The whole creation is to make matter move through time. That's a science. But there are levels of matter. This ordinary thing, when it moves, its motion, that's the level at which current science is. It's all based on motion, Newton's mechanics and all that. But there is another level of thing which is sensing, senses they are called. Then another level of matter above that which is called mind. When it moves, it is moving, but you have to say it's thinking. Amazing, isn't it? And then there is another level of matter which moves, and then it's called intelligence. Then there is another level of matter, the topmost, which when it moves, what will you say?
Right.
Huh?
Right. Make you right.
No. Yeah, when it's called false ego, when that matter moves, you have to say I. You are not referring to you. Like when you say this is moving, you don't say you are moving, it's moving. So mind is thinking, you are not thinking, mind is thinking. There is a matter called false ego, which you have to say I. So without false ego, you could have said this is moving. But in the body, when false ego is there, you have to say I am moving. Imagine the Maya that Krishna has created. It's all not ordinary. It's all you have to think. Are you following this? You don't know. You think you have studied science, but you don't know anything. It's all just, you're made into, just what you can call a clerk, coolie for, using science. And this is that science I also studied. I came to America and I designed supercomputers and all. It's all before all of you were born. But I did not know any science. When Prabhupada taught me science, I learned, this is material science. You have to understand this. So are you following? There is a subtle level of matter inside this body, because of which when this body is moving, you have to say, I am moving. But it's... Huh?
Sorry to interrupt. How is the body, mind, soul connected?
It's not so easy. First of all, you have learned today there are different things that are connected. Like if I told you, this is actually, there is a screen, it is not just ordinary glass, it has got touch capacity, some pieces of electric crystals or some pressure acting is there, then electricity is produced. And then below that there is actually some CPU, then memory, and this, they're all connected to make this work. Oh, okay. Now, how is the CPU working? For that, you have to be electronics engineer like that. I can go on explaining, but it will take years and years. But if you study, the purpose of me speaking is, if you study, you buy a Bhagavad Gita of Prabhupada. So when you start chanting Hare Krishna and reading this book, still you won't understand. Then you associate with devotees, if they had actually associated with this divine grace and have actually served him, then by hearing them you will understand. That's the process. Merely by my speaking you will not understand it. So you have to, first you have come, you have learned something, so much is there. Now you buy the Bhagavad Gita, now you start chanting Hare Krishna, Japa, we do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 108 times is one round. Like that you can chant. We try to chant 16 rounds every day. So like that you can chant and read. This is the beginning. Even if you read few minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, that's good. And then when you come next time to the class, if you buy today the Bhagavad Gita, read and then chant, when you come next time, more. And then when you go home, your chanting will be more. Then when you come to here again, then so it goes like that. Are you following?
Yes.
So it's the beginning, it's just an introduction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.